Yeah, I mean, Logan Paul, I'm just looking at his match history. I mean, he's basically sticking to this wrestling once a month deal. His last match was the win over AJ at Mania. Uh, he was in the Elimination Chamber before that. So he's really only had two singles matches this year. AJ and then a Raw match against Rey Mysterio. He was in the Rumble before that, and then prior to that, he hadn't wrestled since August of last year at SummerSlam, where he lost to LA Knight.
Let me say this as well. I think Logan Paul now is really serving WWE's audience the way that they've gone politically. So, and just kind of the uniformity with UFC, the TKO brand. Logan Paul now is more on brand than he has ever been with World Wrestling Entertainment. So I think maybe they'll capitalize it. You'll see him more, much to our dismay. The guy
Mhm.
can work, but he's just a very annoying public figure.
Yeah.
I
He's
honestly, I think his work is kind of boring too. It just feels like a generic version of what we see from other guys. I mean, he feels like a kind of brand X version of Hangman and Will Ospreay. I think his matches are very formulaic in the fact that he hasn't been doing this very long. It's kind of like it's a better version of Jade, where you see that they're really laying out every aspect of their matches. But yeah, I don't enjoy him in the ring or out.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't think he really knows how to work to the crowd. Like when he comes out, he gets heat naturally, but his matches are so choreographed ahead of time still. Like I don't think he can really call it in the ring. So I
Mm-mm.
don't feel like he can take the audience on that roller coaster like a good wrestler can and kind of like change up the match mid sequence and really put the crowd over the top. And that's what I think you're getting at is where it's just a very he's athletic and he can do the moves, no question about it.
Mhm.
But it does come off exactly what it is. He's been training for that singular match for weeks at the performance center, TV, wherever, because that's what he does. He wrestles once a month when he's around. And that's because it's highly rehearsed. I've said this before on the pod. I don't know that he could wrestle week in and week out right now.
That's been a common theme that I've seen everywhere. I don't think I can argue with that at all. I think it's just the repetition, and then to Justin's point, I mean, he's a hybrid version right now of a mid 2016 Hangman Page and Will Ospreay, the infancy stages of their careers. So
Mhm.
if he were to stick with this and actually learn the craft, learn how to play to the crowd, he could become a fantastic professional wrestler. Again, as much as I hate to say it.